Hello everyone, this is your teacher Ayoub. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your third online English class. In this class for this week, we are going to study a new unit, Unit 8, Museum of the Future. So that means that we are finished with Unit 7. So in this week, we are going to study the grammar only. For the week after it, we are going to study the vocabulary and the story of the same unit. So let's start with the grammar. For this unit's grammar, we have if clauses type 1 and what if question mark. So we are going to study or learn how to use if clauses type 1 especially and what if as a question. Alright, let's so at first we have if clauses. It's in your student book, pages 95 and 126, exercise 1, and it's in your workbook, page 95. Alright, so if clauses type 1. If clauses actually have several types, and we are only going to study one of them, which is type 1. So let's get to know type 1 of the if clauses, and why do we use it, and when do we use it, and how. So at first we use if clause type 1 to talk about actions that are possibly going to happen in the future or in the current moment. Alright, so we use if clause type 1 to talk about actions which are like stuff that are happening, okay, that like might happen in the future or in the current moment. So we are not sure, it's possibly. So they're possibly going to happen, so that means that we are not sure whether it is going to happen or not. Alright, so we need to follow this form to use if clause type 1 correctly in a sentence. So this form that we're talking about will be divided into two parts. Okay, we have two parts of this form. The first part is if clause, okay, which is if plus present simple. Okay, the second part, main clause, which is the future simple, okay, that we use will in it, okay, that you have actually studied it back in last week, I think, or maybe the one before it. Okay, so first one, if clause, second part, main clause. Okay, so let's get to know them better and in detail. Okay, and the form is the first part, we have it here, which is if clause plus comma plus the second part, main clause. Okay, so let's see the if clause in details. We have if, we have subject, okay, this one is short for subject, and we have the present simple. Okay, then we have a comma, then comes the main clause in details. It is subject plus will or want plus infinitive, and you have already studied it, infinitive verb. Okay, let's have an example for it. If it rains. Okay, let's see. If, here it is, it is a subject, rains is a verb 1, which is the present simple tense. Okay, comma, it's very important. I is a subject, as you see here. Well, okay, why didn't I choose want? Because I choose will when the sentence or the clause is affirmative. Okay, and I choose want when it's negative. Okay, so I will take my umbrella. Take is an infinitive verb. Okay, let's see Another example. If, as I have it here, you is the subject, are is the verb 1, present simple, cold, okay, is the rest of the sentence. Here's the main clause after the comma. I is the subject, will, because it's affirmative, give is an infinitive verb, give, you my jacket is the rest of the sentence. Okay, so and now, alright, let's apply what you have learned so far. Okay, so what we have done so far is how to use if clause type 1 correctly in a sentence based on the form that we have already memorized, which is actually divided into two parts. The first one is the if clause and the second one is the main clause. Okay, so let's answer this question. Put the words below in the right order to create correct sentences. Okay, so the first one here we have is will, comma, you, I, some mangoes, full stop, if, you, get, like, fruit. Okay, so as I always tell you guys, whenever you are answering a question related to grammar, okay, always use the forms that you already memorize and write them down wherever there's a space for it, and answer based on them. So as I did here, I've wrote down the form. Okay, so let's answer based on it. So the first thing we have to find is if. Okay, so where's the if? Here it is. I've put it at first. Okay, so then we have the subject. So the subject are most likely going to be a name or a pronoun. Okay, so here is a pronoun. Okay, if, you, if and you is a subject. I have now to find a present simple verb, so which is verb 1. Okay, so I have two verbs, get and like. Let's try like. Okay, if you like, then okay, so we have to make sense out of this clause. So if you like fruit, okay, if you like fruit, then comes the comma. After the comma you have I need another subject. Okay, so I have an I here. Okay, I will get you. Okay, I, subject, then will or want. Okay, what do I have here? Will. So it becomes I will, and after the will comes the infinitive verb, which is here get, is the only verb left. So I will get, and then comes you some mangoes, which is the rest of the sentence. Then comes the full stop. Okay, if you like fruit, I will get you some mangoes. So we use if for a condition and a result. Okay, so if you want a result, you need a condition, and if you have a condition, you need a result. Okay, so if you like fruit, in case if you like fruit. Okay, so I'm not sure if you like fruit or not, but if you like it, I will get you some. Okay, so if you like fruit, that's the condition, الشرط. Okay, then I will get you some mangoes, which is the result, النتيجة. If you like fruit, in case if you like it, I don't know about you, but if you like it, I will get you some mangoes. Okay, that's the result if you like, of you liking the fruit, which is mangoes or not. Okay, now continue by yourself. Use the form to answer these questions. Okay, put them in the correct order. I will give you 2 minutes to do that. All right, start. All right, so I think this is enough. Let's see. Okay, and the answers are, for the second one, if you send me an email, I won't forget to bring your books. So let's assume that there's someone asking their friend to get them their books, and the friend told them that I might forget about your books, so please send me an email to remind me of your books. So if you send me an email is the condition, and I won't forget to bring your books is the result. Okay, so the third one, if the sun shines, we will go swimming. So in case if the sun shines that day, we will go swimming. Okay, condition and a result. So if you aren't careful, okay, you will break your leg. So let's assume there's someone like running around in a crazy way maybe, and so someone else is telling them to be careful so they don't break their legs. All right, so there's a condition and there's a result. Okay, if you're not careful, you are probably going to break your leg. We are not sure, but you need to be careful. So if our teacher hears this, hears that, he won't be happy. Okay, so in case, maybe, if it happened, and our teacher heard that, he won't be happy. Okay, so if our teacher hears that, he won't be happy. He won't be happy is the result for the condition, which is if our teacher hears that. Alright, so we are finished with if it closes type 1. The second grammar, which is actually related to the if it closes, which is what if. So what if, it's in your student book, pages 97 and 126, exercise number 2, and workbook page 97. Alright, so what if question mark. So we use what if in a sentence to ask about possible situation, okay, or to ask about the result of an action that may happen. Okay, so as you see, here's a question mark. Okay, so I use it in a sentence to ask, okay, to ask about a possible situation. Okay, a situation that we don't know exactly if it's going to happen or not, so it's possible. Okay, or to ask about the result of an action that may happen. Okay, so first thing, I can use it for asking about possible situation, and I can as well use it to ask about the result. Okay, the result of an action, okay, that may happen. So this action as well, let's say it's possible to happen or not. Okay, we're not sure, we don't know yet. So I'm asking about the result of this action. Okay, so to use what if correctly in a sentence, we need to follow this form. Okay, we have another form here which is starts with but. Okay, but plus what if, here it is, what if plus subject plus verb 1, and at the end we have what, the question mark. Again, but and what if and a subject and a verb 1, then comes the rest of the sentence, and at the end, which is very, very important, which is the question mark. Okay, let's have an example here. First one, A and B are people having a conversation. This is a dialogue. Okay, A, let's go swimming. B answers, but what if the pool is closed? Okay, so A is telling B to go swimming. To, let's say they want A wants B to go with him or her to go to the swimming pool and swim, but B is like he's not sure about it. So what did he say? He said that, but what if the pool is closed? Okay, so what if we went there to the swimming pool and it was closed? Okay, so we're not sure if the pool is closed or not. Okay, so it's possibly closed and it's possibly open. We're not sure, okay, whether if it's open or closed. Okay, let's see the second example. A, let's go outside. B, but what if it rains? Okay, let's go outside the house or wherever they are in. Okay, but B, let's say he doesn't like rain, and he said, but what if it rains? Okay, so what if it rains on them and they get wet and maybe ill? Who knows? Okay, so we're not sure if it's going to rain or not. So you see, in these cases we used what if. So we are not sure about whether something is going to happen or not, or the result of that thing. So we use what if to form a question which is suitable for this case. Okay, now it's time to apply what we have learned so far. Okay, so let's make a sentence. Okay, let's make sentences and questions out of these words. So these words are put on in the random order, let's say, and you have to put them in the correct order. So as I always tell you, put the form next to you when you are answering, so you can answer based on it, so you can form a correct sentence. Okay, so you have here A, eat, let's, apples, these. B, what are, if, they, not, good, but, question mark. A, we will, then, some, eat bananas, full stop. Okay, so we have the form here. Let's answer based on it. So the answer is first one, let's. So okay, let's form a sentence. First thing first, let's eat these apples. Okay, let's eat these apples. I put it here. Okay, so now it makes sense. Alright, Now let's answer based on this form. As always, we start with but. Okay, but after but comes what if, but what if. Okay, I need a subject, so I have to search here for a subject. They is a subject. Okay, so but what if they, okay, which are actually the apples. Okay, so I have to put a verb on. Okay, where is a verb? Here it is, are. Okay, are, and I have not here, so this is a negative case, so they are not good, and the question mark, which is very important. But what if they are not good? What are they? The apples. What if they are not good? Okay, then comes A. Okay, we have to form a sentence here. A, then we will eat some bananas. Okay, so if the apples are not good, we will have some other fruit, which is the banana. Okay, so he supposed something here, and B answered with something else. B is being suspicious here. He's asking whether the apples are good or not. He doesn't know, and A as well doesn't know, but they are suspicious about it. They are not sure if they are good or not. Okay, but they can't take the risk because it's dangerous to eat bad apples. So this A suggested another solution, which is eating something else, which is the bananas. So then we will eat some bananas. Okay, so now I think you can continue by yourself. All right, I will give you 1 minute to do this and to put it in the correct order. Okay, go. All right, I think that this is enough. Okay, so let's see the answers. And the answers are, first one, let's buy that car. Okay, B answers, but what if it's too expensive? Okay, then A, then we will buy a motorbike. Okay, so A is suggesting something. Let's buy that car over there. But B is not sure about that. So he thinks that that car might be expensive. So he asks, but what if it's too expensive for us to buy? Okay, A answers with another suggestion. Then we will buy a motorbike. So we go and ask about its price. If it's not expensive, we will buy it. But if it is expensive, we will buy something else, cheaper, okay, less expensive, which is a motorbike. Alright, so we are finished with this class for this week. Here's an homework. It's your workbook, page 95, exercises 1 and 2, and your workbook, page 97, exercise 1. Okay, thank you so much for attending this class. I hope you will do good with your workbook, with your homework, and see you next week.